Hello everybody and welcome back to EWA Superstars Challenge. This week we're preparing for the big event. Everybody knows 2 weeks from now, live at the Plaquemine Civic Center in Plaquemine, Louisiana, EWA Redemption. Todd, let's talk about some of the great matches on that card. You've got Doomsday versus Scarface, the Battle of the Brothers. What do you think about that one?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really excited about it, let me tell you.
No thoughts on the match?
Not much.
Then we move on to the Boiler Room Brawl. Boy Khan battles none other than the Dark Angel with the Gatekeeper at ringside. Todd, they might kill each other. What are your thoughts?
Personally, I don't give a damn. I don't care to destroy each other. I got bigger things to worry about, Tageant. Much bigger things.
Okay, and then we move on to a great tag match. Ryan Riptide and Airtime team up to battle your team. You must be interested in this one, the Chi-Town Connection.
Yeah, I'm a little interested in it. You know, they actually owe me a little car washing duty, and, you know, they owe me at least a few walks, you know, walking around the park with the dog and taking the newspaper out and things like that. But
they're your team.
they can take care of themselves. I won't even be there at ringside, matter of fact. I'll let them take care of it all by themselves. No big deal.
Okay, and the main event that everyone has waited to see, except maybe Todd, the Lone Star, Rusty Rhodes, defends his EWA World Championship against the #1 contender, the Mirror Man, Jordan Dupont. But here's the big news, ladies and gentlemen. Rumor has it, I've done some digging around, there's been a special referee named for this barbed wire match. Who is it? I cannot find out. It's the weirdest thing. But Todd, what do you know? I've heard through the grapevine you might have some information on that.
All I can say is my lips are sealed.
Hold on 1 second, guys. The Mirror Man is back on Superstar Challenge. Tageant, I know you've been trying to boycott me off of your show, but the bottom line is I'm back, and I'm back with a bang, and I'm kind of back with a big announcement, so to speak. You see, I am a former in fact, I was the first EWA World Heavyweight Champion.
That you were.
And if I had not been screwed out of that belt by the corporate powers that be, I'd still be holding that belt. But Tageant, I'm in a good mood today for the first time in a long time, because what were you talking about?
We were just
talking about a special guest referee for my World Heavyweight title match at EWA Redemption with the Cupcake Boy, the Lone Star. Now, what exactly were you saying about that match?
I was just getting into the fact that there was a special referee named, and I haven't been able to find out who it is yet. Maybe you can help us out with that.
Maybe I can. Maybe this guy is of the same mold as the Mirror Man, Jordan Dupont. Maybe the wrestling runs through his blood like the Mirror Man. Maybe he's good. Maybe he's great. Maybe he's better. But maybe he's a bod.
You know why I don't give a damn about all those matches? You know why I don't give a damn about the Chi-Town Connection, Tageant? Let me tell you why. Who's more qualified, justified, and solidified to be a referee than Todd the Bod?
That's right! Rhodes and Redemption, the bod, the Mirror Man, that belt's going right back around my waist.
You're damn right, and it's going to be decided right in down the middle, baby. 1, 2, 3. There will be a man decided to be the champ, and I guarantee you one thing, baby. The Mirror Man, he owns the property of perfection, and there ain't going to be no screw jobs this time, Tageant. The bod is going to make sure things are done right this time. You're not going to be able to play God. Justice will prevail, baby.
And that justice is going to be when I walk out the World Heavyweight Champion one more time.
Hello everybody and welcome back to this week's EWA Superstar Challenge. Before we get to our first contest, ladies and gentlemen, if you were here last week, you saw what went on concerning the main event. The Mirror Man, Jordan Dupont, the #1 contender, versus the Lone Star, Rusty Rhodes. But ladies and gentlemen, the announcement was made. A special guest referee introduced, Todd the Bod Badland.
You're damn right. And Tageant, be honest with me. Have you ever seen an EWA official look quite this good? Be honest.
Well, actually,
Let me answer that for you. No, you never have. And you know why? Because I'm the only man qualified to referee this match. Matter of fact, Tageant, I'm going to set new standards for your EWA officials. And I'm not talking about rule breaking, bending the rules, Lone Star. Are you listening? Look, let me tell you what happened. I've been analyzing dissecting and studying some film. That's right, Lone Star, I'm talking about you.
What are you?
Oh, hey, shut up. You've been bending, you've been breaking the rules blatantly, closed fists, pulling tights. Let me tell you something, Golden Boy. I'm on to your game. I know how you keeping that gold around your waist. You're not pulling the wool over the bod's eyes, because I know that for a fact. And let me tell you something, it's going to be decided right in the middle of the squared circle, whether you like it or not. And I'm talking about you too, Jordan Dupont. Hey, you're good, buddy. You own the property of perfection in the EWA. As a matter of fact, you ought to be the EWA champion as we're speaking right now. But we're going to make sure, we're going to make damn sure that things are done right this time. Are you listening, Dupont? Are you listening, Lone Star? Things are going to be done right the Bod's way. Whether you like it or not, whether Dupont likes it or not, whether Lone Star likes it or not. That's right, Golden Boy. I'm going to be the commander-in-chief this time. There ain't going to be no prima donna, choir boy smile to where you can get away with all the little rule breaking you've been doing. As a matter of fact, I got a little film. That's right, I brought some film to show you and everybody else how this guy's constantly breaking the rules.
What?
As a matter of fact, why don't we go ahead and roll some of that footage right now?
This should be interesting.
It is interesting. Let's go ahead and roll the film. Go ahead, show him. You see how I tell you that, Tageant? See how he's using that closed fist? And let me tell you, I know how that elbow is so bionic, buddy. You ain't pulling the wool over my eyes. I know what's in that elbow pad. Well, let me tell you something, Lone Star. Leave all your rule-breaking materials back in Texas, okay? Because everything is going to be done the right way, the Bod way. And that's all I have to say about that, Tageant.
First of all, Todd, I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody's on the tape.
It's right there in front of your eyes. It's blatant. You can't dig up anything on Dupont. You can't tell me Jordan Dupont is a scientific genius in the ring. I have looked at every bit of video, and I cannot spot one time where he's bent the rules. I know damn good and well this man stands for the same things I stand for, integrity. Integrity, Tageant. I know exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to cover up every loose end you can to protect your little prima donna poster child for the EWA, the Lone Star Rusty Rhodes. Well, it ain't gonna fly with me.
So what
it ain't gonna fly.
What you're telling all these people, Todd, is that you are an impartial official.
You're damn right. I don't show favoritism like you do, Tageant.
Well,
I don't have my little favorites.
I've got a little surprise for you, Todd, that I planned for you. Show my tape. Let's go to the interview shot earlier today.
Your tape?
Todd the Bod Badland.
What are you
and the
talking
Mirror
about?
Man.
Your
Let's
tape?
go to that tape.
Tell me, Dupont, do you think it's
This is
me?
what we've been waiting for, Todd.
Oh, man, I cannot wait. Is this
Finally,
great
after
or
all
what?
the screw job tag, he's really crapping in his pants.
Oh, man, it's great.
Cameraman, the Mirror Man, Jordan Dupont, Todd the Bod Badland. We're here just to let you in on what we've been talking about the last couple of days. You know, after my couple of matches with Rhodes, after scorching his face, after beating his woman, after pinning his shoulders to the mat for the 1, 2, 3, you know, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to take his damn belt. And that's what I'm going to do at Redemption. And you know, I couldn't think of a better way to do it than to have my best friend, Todd the Bod, as the referee. You know, let me ask you a question, though, Bod, just for circumstance's sake. You know, Rhodes loves to use those closed fists, so what would you do if you saw him using the closed fists?
Don't worry about it, Dupont. I'm going to be on top of every situation. But, you know, I do work for rewards.
You know, I
You know
always
what I'm
shake a
saying.
man's hand that I really respect like you, Bod. And Rhodes, the bottom line is this. Come Redemption, I'm going to be the world hit. Bod, wait, one more second. What if Rhodes likes to use that illegal elbow?
Oh,
pad
don't worry.
that
Don't
he likes
worry,
to use so
Dupont.
much?
Don't worry. You know, I could be I'm going to be a good referee. You know that. But I could be
I
a
know you
damn
know,
good
Bod.
referee. You know what I mean?
Damn good
I can't wait.
Now, let me ask you a question, Todd. How are the Chi-Town Connection doing? Because they look like they could really use some new ring attire.
Oh, definitely.
You know,
definitely.
you know
Totally
what I mean,
out
Bod?
of date. Totally.
You know, I mean,
Totally out of date.
they could
Yes,
really use
yes,
something.
yes.
Bod, there's one more thing. Okay,
It's
Rhodes,
definitely
he
new
wears some
attire.
big knee pads, and his
Yeah.
knee pads sometimes
Horrible.
look like they have some stuff down in
Dumpling
them.
stuffed in them or
Yeah.
something.
Now, what happens if
It's
he
probably
tries
hiding
to
a few
use
hamburgers
the
in
illegal
there.
knee?
Oh,
so.
don't worry.
What about the illegal knee?
I will be
Hey,
on
like
top
I
of the
say, I always like to
situation.
shake a man's hand that I respect, and I respect the bod.
Yeah.
You know, Rhodes,
Yeah.
it's very simple. There is no way, there's no chance in hell for you to walk out of this match with the belt, because, you know, Bod, don't you think that belt kind of belongs around my waist, you know,
Oh,
Mirror
definitely.
Man?
I'll put it this
That
way,
whole,
it definitely does not belong around Lone Star's waist.
That's for damn sure. You know, I gotta tell you, Bod, how's the family?
Oh, they're doing good, but they could be doing better.
They could be doing a little bit better, huh,
Yeah,
Bod?
you know,
They could be doing a little
I
bit.
checked last week and my icebox was a little empty, you know.
Rhodes, the time for talking is done, and the time for games is done. The belt's going back around my waist, whether you like it or not, Rhodes. I guarantee it.
And I'm going to be the best referee the EWA has ever seen. You can bank on it.
EWA Superstars Challenge. This week, obviously conspicuous by his absence, Todd the Bod Badland, probably all finding something to do with all that money he's gotten from the bribes given to him by the Mirror Man Jordan Dupont. But don't worry, folks, nothing disgusting like that's going to happen in the studio this week. Instead, I've got a real treat for you. The EWA Undisputed Heavyweight Champion, the Lone Star, Rusty Rhodes, is here, and he's going to talk about his match coming up at Redemption. Come on out, Rusty.
All right, how you doing, Mr.
How are
Tageant?
you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Well, let's get right down to business, Rusty. The thing everybody wants to know about, everybody's asked me. The deck is obviously stacked against you, Rusty. You've got a crooked referee in Todd the Bod Badland. You've got a great athlete, maybe one of the best contenders in the sport today to your belt, the Mirror Man Jordan Dupont. How do you approach a match like this when you're obviously in big trouble?
Well, the way I'm going to approach this match is I've been with my back against the wall before. This is not the first time it's happened. It probably won't be the last. But I'll tell you right now, I'm going to do what took me to get to this title. I'm going to step between those ropes, and I'm going to go against Jordan Dupont, and I'm going to have to deal with a crooked referee, Todd the Bod Badland, which is nothing but a piece of scum. He does no good to this earth, but he takes up space. Now, Jordan Dupont is one of the greatest wrestlers here in the EWA. But I'm not going to take nothing away from him. But after I give you the bionic elbow, it's going to be the 1, the 2, and the 3. And Todd the Bod will know he can't. He can't sit there and not count the thing because he's not getting up. So he's going to be there all night. So that's it.
Well, Rusty, that being said, I have a special surprise for you and the people at home.
All right.
This morning, I was in the offices of the EWA headquarters. I spoke with the board of directors. I went straight to the top, Mr. Frank Tunney. And I could not allow, after what I saw last week, I couldn't let that go down. Todd the Bod Badland obviously paid off. I showed the tape to the board of directors. They agree with me. However, there's nothing they can do about Todd the Bod Badland being the referee. It's already signed into the contract. You put your name on it. But I had a little talk with Mr. Tunney, and we both agreed that after all you've done for the business, after all you've done for the EWA, we're not going to allow you to have your back in a corner before the bell even rings in a match. So what we did was we named an impartial special guest enforcer. And I'm sure that if Todd the Bod Badland, the impartial man that he is, and the Mirror Man Jordan Dupont had their way, the special guest enforcer would probably be Mr. B.I.G., correct? He'd be
Probably
impartial.
so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't slip him bills either.
It might even be Lockdown. What a fair guy that guy is, right? But it's not. Who is it? We could hold out for weeks, but since Rusty's here right now and the fans are watching, I'm going to tell you who it is. It's none other than me. That's right. Yours truly, Robert
All
Tageant,
right. Yeah.
is going to be in the corner of the Lone Star Rusty Rhodes. And Todd, let me tell you something. Every week, every day of my life that I'm with you is a horrible day because you get in my face, you disrespect me. Well, let me tell you this much, Todd. In the studio, I have to put business first. I have to be an impartial commentator. But in the ring, Todd, I don't have to be impartial anymore. You stick your nose into the match, Todd, and you're going to need that money. But it won't be for a fur coat. It won't even be for plastic surgery, which you probably need. It's going to be for your doctor bill. With that being said, and us having an understanding, obviously, Rusty has a little something he'd like to say to you, Mr. Dupont, personally.
Well, Mr. Dupont, looks like the tables have turned. I got someone in my corner, you might have someone in your corner. I think after everything is said and done, that you're gonna be pinned on the mat. I'm gonna retain my title, which you're always wanting that I shouldn't deserve, that I'm golden boy, I'm the man. But guess what? Haha, the buck stops here.
All this garbage that you keep bringing up, Tageant. Well, let me tell you something. You talk about it's disgusting to work with me. What about me? It's no picnic. It's no Sunday picnic for me either. Having to work with a very unprofessional person like you. I am a professional. I am a very professional person.
Todd, it's okay. As you can see, doesn't matter about an announcement about this and about that. We're still calm, cool, and collected.
We're calm, cool, and collected.
Badland and the Mirror Man, we're a unit.
We're not uptight.
We're okay. It's okay, Todd.
You think we're scared?
We're not scared.
We're not scared.
Settle down.
Okay.
Tageant, you want to talk about every day you lost your smile because you work with the bod? Well, I'll tell you one damn thing. You step in the ring with me at Redemption, you won't have a tomorrow. And Rhodes, I curse you. I curse the ground you walk on. I curse every little puke that buys a ticket to go see the Lone Star. I curse your family. I curse your kids. And come Redemption, Rhodes, it's gonna be very simple. You say the buck stops here. Well, the buck stops when I want it to stop.
Right.
And it's not gonna stop until the last drop of blood pours out from your forehead and I am crowned the world heavyweight champion one more time.
That's right, and I'll tell you another thing, Tageant. You want to talk about bribes and money? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that money. I'm going to buy you a big fat diaper because of all your crying and whining. I'm sick of it. I curse you, Rhodes, and come Redemption, your ass is mine. Yes, that's right. You want to talk about all this conspiracy garbage? About how I've been taking bribes and money, Tageant? Let me tell you something. You think it's a Sunday picnic working with you? You're the most unprofessional, despicable, I can't even talk anymore, person I've ever seen in my life.
It's alright, Bod. It's alright. Hey, as you can see, Tageant, just because you're the ref doesn't mean the Badland Mirror Man ship is sinking. It
That's
doesn't
right.
mean that we're running around like a bunch of chickens with our heads cut off, because we're not. We're still the same old calm, cool, and collective tandem that we always are.
Do we look scared? We're not scared.
No. Tageant, you want to talk about every day you wake up, you're with the bod 24/7, you're working with them, you say, oh man, I can't stand being with the bod. Too bad. Because if you think working with the bod is bad, if you step in my world, if you step between the Mirror Man's ropes, I'm going to do to you what I've always wanted to do. And try to slap the taste right out of your
I'm
mouth.
liking it already.
And Rhodes, I curse you. I spit on every little cowboy that walks around saying, Lone Star this, Lone Star that. Well, Rhodes, every morning I wake up, I pray to God above that one day I'll have a chance to get my hands around your neck and strangle the life out of you. Rhodes, if I could, I'd kill you. I'd stomp on your heart and make your family pray to the Lord above that you'll make it past the match. But Rhodes, the family's gonna be crying after Redemption.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna take my foot and I'm gonna step on that last bit of life that you have. And I'm gonna take back my belt. Rhodes, I hate you. I hate everything that you stand for. And Rhodes, come redemption, the buck stops here. The buck stops when the last breath of air leaves your gasping body.
And another thing, Tageant. You want to talk about me with the bribes and the money? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with that money. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get the biggest diaper I can find because you're the biggest crybaby I ever did see. And I'm going to warm up the body breaker and I'm going to use it real good on your ass.
Rhodes, I curse you! Come redemption, your ass is mine!
Your ass is mine, Tageant! It's over! Yes, it's over!
Sure, you know, there's two things I never thought I'd see together. I always thought Black Bars, Todd Badland, yeah, he might be behind them. I never thought he'd be behind them in the form of a referee shirt. But you know what, Todd? That striped shirt is a pretty good thing for you to have on, except for one problem, the color of the stripes. Because you see, if they were yellow, they'd match the yellow stripe running down your back, Todd. You want to talk about the past, about your body breaker. Well, Todd, back when we were in the ring, there's one thing I remember. That's me always coming out one, and you always coming out two. It's very simple, Todd. You know, even in the movie industry, people always love sequels. I mean, sequels are great. Rocky 2, great movie, but not better than the original, not better than Rocky 1. That was the best. Godfather 2, great movie, but not better than the original Godfather 1, the best. Just like you, Todd, you've always been number 2. You'll always be number 2, and I'll always be number 1. So you can talk all you want, Todd, until you're blue in the face. But it's not going to do you any good come redemption. So point, set, match, Todd. The ball's in your court. Talk is cheap. Set foot in the ring, and you'll find out why you'll always be second best.
Mirror Man, you say you hate Rusty Rhodes. Well, I hate you just as much, son. And I'll tell you this. Oh, mirror image, 7 years bad luck. I don't believe in any of that superstition BS. And I'll tell you right now, you're going to be entering my world. 74 feet of barbed wire. Have you ever seen what barbed wire does to flesh? After it gets raked off, it's going to rip. And the blood's just going to start coming out of it. Coming out of your arm. I'll tell you this, Mirror Man. It's going to take everything, every ounce of what you have in your heart and your soul to beat me. Because I will die to protect the honor of this belt.
And one more thing, Todd. You know that diaper you're bringing? It might come in handy. Maybe you can use it for a big tourniquet to stop all that blood coming out of Dupont's head.
No, Dupont, as you can see, I've laid off the joke colas. I'm not smoking as many cigarettes today. I'm a little bit more calm. Because you know why? I'm addressing you, Bobby Tageant, the Bob Euchre of professional wrestling. You want to talk about your Mr. Wrestling? You want to talk about movie trivia? Well, I got one for you, baby. The Empire Strikes Back was a hell of a lot better than Star Wars ever thought about being. And if you tell me otherwise, I don't know what the hell you were smoking that day, pal. Because I know damn good and well I was always number 1. My body breaker was infamous and notorious for winning matches. I held the belt in so many leagues, I can't even remember them all. What was it, 15, 16 different leagues? 16, 17 different belts. The bod belt, it don't matter. My win-loss record is impeccable. And as far as you, Lone Star, well, DuPont's got a little something for you, that little superstition, not so scared of DuPont mirror image folklore crap you were laying on us last week. Tell him, Jordan.
See, Rhodes, you say it's going to take heart and soul to beat you at redemption. That's great. But there's one problem. I don't have a soul. You see, every single time I'm on the road and a little punk kid comes up and says, You're the Mirror Man. How about an autograph? And I just as soon as slap him in his face. I don't care. I have no remorse. I have no regrets. So hard it will take. But you're going to beg. Rhodes, I don't just want your title. I want your soul. And Rhodes, I'm going to make you beg. And isn't it ironic, Rhodes, that the very life you will beg for will be your very own, drowning in a puddle of your own blood.
And by the way, Tageant, The Godfather Part 2 won Best Picture. Godfather 1, nada. You know what that means? I'm the award winner here, baby. I'm the best mind. I'm the best manager in professional wrestling today, bar none.
And Rhodes, beg you will, but I will not hear your screams.
I can't wait. Let's get out of here.
All right, now that we've gone through the movies, the sequels, and what makes you the best manager in the EWA, after seeing how pathetic you looked, I couldn't help but feel sorry for you. And since you are representing the EWA, a federation that I've put a lot of work into, I can't let you humiliate yourself like this time. So what I did was, me and Rusty were down in Texas, and we went down Rodeo Drive. And I brought back a few things for you, Todd. You see, I couldn't let you go out like that. So I'm going to give you a few things that's going to help you make it out of redemption, or at least help you make it into the ring, not out. First of all, Todd, some vitamins. Because, Rose, I don't know if you've noticed, he's in kind of bad shape.
Bad shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Next, Todd, the endurance factor is what worries me. I mean, those pack a day you talk about, they really got to be taking their toll. So, refreshment's what you need. Some pure mineral water. But from what Rusty's told me, if you set foot in this match, he's going to fill this container with whoop ass, was it?
I think it was.
And last but not least, Todd, here's something that you need if you want to set foot in the ring with me, or for that matter, if you got the balls enough to step in there with Rusty. This is something you really need. DuPont, you might want to read from this. It's called The Complete Idiot's Guide to Professional Wrestling. I mean, there are a few holes in here, Rusty. You think you can learn the arm bar?
Yeah, I think he could.
There's even a little chapter in here on stepping through the ropes, Todd. Why don't you start with that, chapter 1.
Mirror Man Jordan DuPont. You say you're gonna take my soul. Well, you forgot about one small thing. Well, I shouldn't say small. It's my heart. It's the heart the size of Texas, where I'm from. And boy, when I get you into the ring, I am gonna take... You're not gonna take my soul. You're gonna take the sole of my shoe when I'm stomping a mud hole in your ass. And my heart has propelled me to be on top of the EWA. That's why I'm holding this title today.
And another thing, Todd. That cane you've got, keep it. You just might need it.
You know, it's quite ironic, DuPont, how the tables have turned. It's pretty inconvenient, the circumstances you're in now without the belt, and the very man you hate is the one holding the championship. And you know, DuPont, I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't take a little satisfaction in all this, because it was beautiful. The look on your face, the shock, the overwhelmed surprise that me and the Bob can be together. The Bob Squad? Who would ever thunk it? I love it. But anyway, I remember all those dark, lonely nights thinking about, man, all I got thanks paid in return for special guest refereeing your match was a mirror image. It stung like hell, DuPont, for weeks, days. The best mind in professional wrestling was taken out for weeks because of you, just because you lost and you couldn't handle it, you couldn't deal with it. because this man was the champion. Well, guess what? He beat you again. But you know the irony in all of this? Is that the very person you hate the most, I can't stop talking about it, has the belt! That's what I love, Dupont. It's great, isn't it? It's really a wonderful thing, don't you think?
Well, you know, it's funny you mentioned that, Todd, because Dupont, I always told you that just like my mentor, Mr. DiBiase, used to tell me, everybody has a price. And when I told everyone that I was going to buy the EWA world title, I guess they didn't take me seriously. But you know what? It's true what they say. Things are better the second time around. And maybe the plan didn't work for DiBiase. But DiBiase didn't have this big, mean Texan here in his corner. And DiBiase sure as hell didn't have the bod. And Dupont, how does it feel? Todd lingers on the subject, but I mean, how does it feel? The belt that you've hunted your entire career is around my waist.
I love it. I love it.
And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. You know why? You got problems of your own. Because when this big Texan slaps this big right hand with this little black glove on it,
Man.
the blood is going to spew from your veins, Dupont. And as you cry and whine, as your blood spackles to the mat and stains it, which is going to cost me money.
Ooh.
I'm going to have to replace those mats.
Man.
You know what I'm going to
disgrace.
do, Dupont? I'm going to reach in the ring. As you reach toward the ropes, your hand shivering, reaching for that bottom rope.
Poor little baby.
I'm going to look at you and reach out a tender hand. Tender hand. Then I'm going to spit right in your face. Because it's what you deserve. You deserve Jack. And as a matter of fact, you deserve Clayton. You deserve the big Texan, Clayton Wolf.
That's right.
And Clayton is going to tell you just a little bit about what he's going to do to you to end your career. But look at it on the bright side, Dupont. When he does crack that head of yours open like a coconut,
Preach it to him, brother.
you'll have plenty of time to sit at home and watch my title defenses and even watch the Bod defend the IC belt.
I love it. I love it.
Mirror Man, you think all the time you wasted, all the time you were out to get me, would you ever have thought that I, the golden boy, Rusty Rhodes, would have ever sold out? Well, guess what?
Beautiful.
Like DiBiase says,
Beautiful.
everyone's got a price.
And another thing, Dupont, just remember, you're dealing with two of the greatest minds in professional wrestling, and you're dealing with the nastiest son of a bitch you ever laid your eyes on, son.
But not out. Beaten, yet not defeated. Tick, tick, tick. Beat for beat, still goes the heart of Jordan Dupont. You know, I've been with this company for 2 years. And in those 2 years, I've won some matches and I've lost some matches. But the most important thing to me is going out there and wrestling every match like it was my last match. And see, I had a dream, and that was to be part of something special, and that was to hold the world title, a title that I've held 3 times, and also be a part of the tag team champions of the world. Me and Rhodes went up and down the roads together, no pun intended. Sometimes we were against each other on opposite sides of the fence. Sometimes we weren't. I trusted him. And usually the funny thing is, usually I'm the person that does the screwing to people. But that's okay. I got screwed this time. You see, because trust also equals another word, and it's called greed. And Rhodes, you let greed get a hold of you. You let Tageant and Badland get a hold of you. And Rhodes, you sold your soul and made a deal with the devil for a little bit of money. But you see, like I said, I'm down, but not out. Tick, tick, tick goes the beating heart of the EWA's franchise. And whether you like it, whether the other two buffoons like it, I'm coming. This time, belts mean nothing. But what means something to me is pride. Something I've had ever since I was old enough to walk is pride. And come hook or crook, I'm going to get my redemption. And sooner than later, I'm going to get what I want. And what I want is my pride back. 3-on-1, tough odds. But I think this man is up to the task and ready to do it. So we'll see what happens, Rhodes.
Jordan Dupont. I'm not going to lie to you, Jordan. I've experienced many feelings in professional wrestling. The best doesn't even deal with you. The best was Pinnacle Dupont. When every single fan, every single wrestler, everybody involved in the sport of professional wrestling thought that lovable good old RT, Robert Tageant, was in the side of truth, justice, and the American way. They thought he was with the Lone Star Rusty Rhodes. Now, do you know, I screwed Rusty Rhodes over that night. So you're probably asking yourself, how has it become this way? How have we come all the way around and come to this point in time where Rhodes and I stand face to face and love each other? Do you know why? Because it's business, Dupont. Wrestling's not about friendship. Don't
Right.
expect me to come out here and cry for you. You were one of the most dastardly wrestlers there were. That's the key word, Dupont. Because you lost the edge. You see, Dupont, I used to respect you somewhat, deep down inside. But now, Dupont, you're just a babbling little crybaby kid. That's right, Dupont, I don't respect you. You come out here and you talk about, Rhodes, you're with greed, and I did. Shut up. Because, Dupont, I'm going to sum up all your crying with one sentence. Dupont, for the lack of a better word, greed is good.
I don't know about you, Bobby, but was that like the biggest tearjerker promo you ever seen in your life? Man, I tell you, I just about broke out the hanky. Let me tell you something, Dupont. It's quite simple. This man had the belt before, but there was one thing that he was missing. Well, actually, 3 things. 1, respect. They booed this man when he had the belt. He fought for this company. You want to talk about you're the franchise? This man is the true franchise right here. The big Texan. You know the 2 other things he didn't have when he had that belt before? Yours truly, the bod himself, and Mr. Tageant right here. We brought out the best in this man. And you know what the problem is, Dupont? You know it, you hate it, and you don't know what to do because you despise every minute of it. Because this man here, he is one of a kind, and it's only getting better.
I'll tell you something, Mirror Man. No longer will I be the Lone Star. How could I be so greedy and just take all the limelight for myself when I'm among such great stars? We got Todd the Bod Badland, one of the best in the business at what he does. And we got good old Bobby T. Mirror Man, we've been up and down the roads. And you know what? It never felt better than where I am now. Putting it to you like you've always tried to put it to me. And when we next time our paths cross, It won't be different. It'll be the same routine. Because you'll know your role. And your role is to land the mat for the 1, the 2, and the 3.
Dupont, for the lack of a better term, I guess for you, it's the end of the roads.
And say that the Mirror Man's a baby. Well, the thing about that is I'm still the damn dirtiest player in the game, and I'm still gonna go out and get the job done against you, Lone Star. Oh wait, you're not a Lone Star anymore. You want to share the spotlight. Well, that's good, because you see, I've got equal opportunity ass kickings laid out for each of you, because you're not going to get the lone ass kicking. It's going to be a group thing. You see, I'm going to take pleasure in whipping your ass, RT's ass, and Todd the Bod's ass. Because don't think just because I'm on the other side of the fence, I'm not going to get the job done. Because you see, Lone Star, no matter where we've been, no matter how many times we went up and down the roads, I've always had your number. And your number is very simple. Because I'm going to do to you what I've always done to you. And that's get you in that corner and chop that chest once. Chop it again. And I'm going to make you beg just like I used to. It's fun. This is going to be fun. I'm going to make you beg just like I did all the other times. Except this time, I'm going to make Tageant beg. I'm going to make the Bod beg. And I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it. And the people are going to have a lot of fun watching me do it to y'all. So, what I want to issue to you is a challenge. Handicap rules 3-on-1. Because you see, that way I save a lot of time. I don't have to search for y'all. I can whip all the ass I need to whip in one night in one ring. And by the way, I get a pinfall, I get a title. So, the gauntlet has been thrown. I'm the same old me, except I'm playing by a whole new book of rules.